Welcome back to a brand new episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Hello.
Here for week 3 of Luck Be Landlord. Already at week 3. We're
Yep.
motoring right through this one.
Week 3, also known as Floor.
5, 6.
Okay.
What
Okay.
do you have this week?
I'm brushing up on a number 9, baby.
Oh, look at that. I have had
Uh-huh.
exceptionally terrible runs this week. I
Okay.
have gotten a couple of runs where I get a really good fruit run and I get Mrs. Fruit, but it's just way too late to get that engine rolling to win the
Yes.
run. So that was pretty frustrating. I got a really good like bee and sun and rain cloud run going, and I got really far on that one, but it just wasn't. I couldn't make money fast enough to win that one.
Yeah, I had a really good toddler and candy run.
Interesting.
At some point. Well, like I got the toddler one, then I got. Have you got essences yet?
Essences? What are essences? What do they look like?
Okay, if you they're like the items that you get from the each after each rent payment,
Mm-hmm.
except it's called blank essence. So instead of lockpick, it's lockpick essence.
Oh no, I don't have those yet. What do those do?
Okay, so you'll probably get them. I think you get them after you beat floor 5 or 6. So
Okay,
if you haven't got them, it's whichever floor you haven't done. You probably get them after that.
gotcha.
An essence is exactly the same thing as a regular item, except it's a much bigger buff usually, but it destroys itself.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, for example, let's start with something simple like the lunchbox. You know what the lunchbox does? You destroy it, and you can pick like 4
X
items from
number of
this list
items.
of
Yeah.
yes, and it's all like food themed. When you get the lunchbox essence, it destroys itself when 7 food items are added to the board.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
From then on, all food items in that list give +1 coin as a result. So cherries instead of being 1
Wow.
become 2. Strawberries
Okay.
instead of being 4 become 5. And then
Wow.
you take that and do the multiplier math with them, and then all of a
Right.
sudden,
That's quietly very powerful.
yes. And
Got
some
it.
of them are hot garbage.
Sure.
Just like the regular item version, some of them are hot garbage, and some of them are very useful. The the piggy bank version, I think, it doesn't store any coins, but basically after you roll a certain number, it just gives you like 33 coins. Or
Okay.
the essence of 7. Once you've got 3 essences of 7, it gives you 777 coins instead of
Wow. Okay.
777 or whatever.
Sure.
So it's basically like variants of the main items
Mm.
that can greatly dictate how a run can go.
Right.
So the jack-o'-lantern, I think it makes babies and candies give you +1 coin.
Okay.
The essence of jack-o'-lantern is destroyed when 7 candy is destroyed, and once it's destroyed, all babies and candies give 1.5 times the
Oh,
reward.
jeez. Okay. Uh-huh.
So I was rolling with like 5 toddlers, 3 pinatas. I got
Uh-huh.
so many achievements for like had a pinata destroyed, and every space around it was candy, and it was all around one kid, and the kid just went num 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 at the
Jeez.
whole board of candy. And it's like, well, there's like,
I won this run.
300 coins, easy.
Yeah.
Like, I've done that.
Wow.
So like the
Okay.
essences, as soon as you beat the next floor, I'm pretty sure you'll probably get the essences,
Okay.
and it's just such a game changer.
Man, yeah. Okay. I'll get that over the next week. As I do want to try that out. I was a little bit frustrated with my runs this week cuz I was having like I had a really good card suits plus Joker plus wild card run that just I
Hmm.
got it like a 2 rolls before I lost. And I was like, "Ugh, I just like I did the thing." And the one or two runs I won this week were ore and miners and the dame and the diver. You know, like it's the kind of the old reliable. So that was a little bit frustrating. Of like, I just kind of I wanted to win with a different one this week, but I wasn't able to really make it happen for any other runs. But um, I just I really like this game. I'm still having a blast with it. I did take your advice about changing the scaling for the UI. Um,
Mhm.
scaled a bunch of stuff. Like I made all the items a little bit smaller, like the ones on the side of the menu. I made the reels smaller. I did not like that. That
Yeah,
I I don't
I
like that
turned
at
it
all.
down by one
Yeah,
because it's just a big wall of yellow with tiny little reels if you put it at like 100.
yeah, like that looked a little bit too weird. So I put it back to its default. I did really like the one that you recommended, which was changing the size of the items when you get the three items selection. That helps a lot to
Uh-huh.
just like see everything without having to scroll through like here's the 50 things this guy eats and here's the 20 things this guy spawns. Makes it a lot easier, I think. So
Yup.
yeah, that was a big help.
Also,
Um yeah.
how have you like used the deactivate ability on certain items at all?
The one where you don't remove them from your deck, but you just turn them off, the like black coal item.
Yes. No, not that one.
Oh,
The item, the items that you have at the top of the screen.
yeah, you're like passive items, I guess. You're like
Yeah.
non-real symbols.
So at first, when I got him, I absolutely loved General Zaslov or whatever his name was
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because he makes so much money. But the problem is you run out of people very quickly.
Yeah.
There's a passive item you can get called, and it's his contract, and it makes like the bounty hunters eat everybody instead. I
Oh,
really
right.
like that. I like that item now because you can literally go to it, and if you highlight it in your menu when it's in like after a spin, if you click the right stick, it just deactivates the item. It doesn't get rid of it. It just deactivates the effect
Oh,
of the item.
I've seen that option, and I've never picked it because I've never needed to mess with it. Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
So there's a few things here and there. Like I think I had to run with a diver in, and I had like 7 goldfish getting put into the goldfish bowl,
Hmm.
and I needed like a very serious injection of like cash for my diver. So I deactivated the goldfish, and on like the next spin, all of the goldfish were there, and the diver just chewed his way through all of them
Oh,
and got
okay.
his like.
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
it's not. I haven't used it a lot, but it is very, very, very useful to
Yeah,
do.
when you need it, like you're really gonna need
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Because I hated it when I got that contract, and then that guy ate my diver, who was at like plus 40 or whatever it
Oh,
was, and it was just like, you just ruined my life.
yeah,
Thank you
like you
very much.
ruined my entire run.
Uh
Oh
huh.
boy. Yeah.
Uh, so when you beat floor 8 or 9, whichever one I just beat,
Okay.
true endless mode begins.
Oh no, that sounds terrifying.
So when you finish paying your rent of $777 for that
Mm-hmm.
final rent payment, it turns it into a boss fight.
What?
So suddenly there's a heart at the top of the screen with a number on it,
Okay.
and every coin that you make takes damage off the heart.
Oh, okay.
But every couple of spins, the landlord is giving you amended rent
Are are
agreements.
you fighting the landlord? Is that the boss?
You're fighting the landlord,
That's really good.
and like all of a sudden it'll just be like the landlord has added 2 X's into your inventory. The landlord has now reduced the income of this item to 1 coin instead of 2,
Oh, that's
and it's just
rough.
like, really? But if you do enough damage and you take all the health away from the landlord, you never have to pay rent again, and it's just true endless mode.
Wow. Man, this game has so much more in it than I was expecting.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Dang.
I unlocked essences and I was like, what is this? What is
What are
going on?
you
I don't
doing now?
understand what this thing is.
Uh-huh. Dang, this game is cool.
It might be time for you to whip out the old portal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. Start putting in some extra hours in here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And like that's part of my last thing I'll say for this week. That's part of the reason why I like this, because I feel like even a winning run isn't taking a super long amount of time. So
Yeah.
if I get a bad run that ends like on payment 12 or something, like right as I'm at the end, I'm still fine because I'll just do another run. It'll take me maybe 15, 20 minutes. Like, it's not really, once you get in the groove of it, like, it moves pretty quickly.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
it's shocking how really like nice and smooth it just processes itself, and you just make it through really quickly to the next run and the next run and the next run and the next run and the next run, and you
Yeah.
can't stop playing it.
Yeah. This game's great. I'm really glad we're playing it. All right. That's week 3 of Lucky Landlord. We got one more week of this game. Hopefully, we can make rent in that time. And hopefully, we'll see you all for next run. Bye.
Wee.